The Swedish company says it has removed it from all its marketing. H&M is the world's second largest clothing group. It entered South Africa in October 2015. By the end of last year, it had already opened around 20 stores across the country. So doing well despite a slow economy. It's unclear if this offending advert was ever aired in South Africa, but it's travelled far and wide via social media. Let's look at some of the responses to discuss. We're joined by Dinelo Hlanga Mekuto from SABC's digital department. Welcome to you, Denny. So black celebrities have collaborated with H&M, and some of them are upset the weekend. Just look at those celebrity reactions for us.
This thing broke out about 24 hours or so ago, and people jumped onto Twitter, as that's the platform where people air out their activism, and their protests.
Would you say Twitter more than Facebook usually?
Yeah. Twitter usually drives the narrative. But interestingly with this one, there were a lot of posts on Instagram. Celebrities like P. Diddy, well, he's Diddy now, LeBron James, Snoop Dogg also jumped on the bandwagon, and locally Somizi. And Somizi was saying, I was never into this brand anyway, so I don't see what the fuss is about them. Let's just stay away and whatever. But what these guys also went with was that instead of having that text, the original text on the hoodie.
Somizi just saying, I've never been a fan since day one. Yeah, carry on.
So instead of having the text, the original text, monkey, what, they changed it to this guy being a king of the world. There was also another one from Diddy or Snoop Dogg, who's also saying royalty. This is the way he sees it. This is another one from Diddy, put some respect on it. When you look at us, make sure you see royalty, coolest king in the world. So instead of him being labeled as a monkey, these black celebrities actually said, no, he's a king.
So it's about validating this little boy that they feel has been done wrong by being caught up in this as well.
Yeah.
Would you say how hot is the temperature? How angry are people globally? Specifically black people.
Temperature.
Or hopefully it's not only black people.
Temperature is at 400 degrees. It's really hot. And as I'm saying, it's been going on since early yesterday. And the weekend woke up and tweeted about it this morning, or their morning, in the United States, saying he's disappointed at H&M because he's had a campaign with him. And he's not the only black person who's had a campaign with him. There are other ones. So he says he's disappointed. He's no longer supporting them. Woke up this morning shocked and embarrassed by this photo. I'm deeply offended and will not be working with H&M anymore.
And look at the likes, 240,000, 107,000 retweets from the weekend. So he's been very influential in driving this. What about the South African response?
Locally, there's been Zakes Bantwini, who's also a musician. He also tweeted something earlier on saying, we've seen where this is a continuation of his thread that had already started, right? So this is the third point that he's making. We've seen where your way of doing things leads us through racist ad campaigns, disguised as marketing segmentation and racist propaganda, disguised as PR campaign. They will come up with all these names, but times have changed. #GhettoKing. Let me also touch on what he's raising there. This is not the first time that H&M has come under fire for such a campaign. I think when they were opening their first store in South Africa, there was an outcry about a lack of black models in their campaigns. So I think that's what Zakes Bantwini is alluding to.
And would you say people are saying this is deliberate, or possibly a Swedish company, white people who are just clueless? But H&M saying it needs to look at its internal processes. Is that getting any sympathy at all?
Well, there's been a couple of such ads from different companies. Locally, Outsurance, I think, was one of them. People are saying, no, but this has been happening for a long time. And there are actually levels, and, there's a junior, there's a senior, So someone must have picked it up. How can you guys miss it to such a point that this thing has been approved by everyone in the company to reach the stage of being aired or being published?
Yeah. So saying it's not good enough that this does go through, that there's no sensitivity testing.
on that good enough part, there's a tweet from Andile Mngitama, who's an activist in South Africa. He says, H&M knows it is no longer necessary to catch blacks to make money out of enslaving them. Now they're making money out of provoking us. So he's insinuating that it's deliberate. He also says H&M profits out of
the
black
advertising,
rage.
for the reaction, the apology, etc.
That's what he said.
That's quite a claim, yeah.
White supremacy have us figured out. This also brings a point of people saying this activism on Twitter is a way of numbing people down, saying, look, you're active on Twitter, you're being loud there, you're protesting there, but people are not really taking action.
Yeah.
So that's why there's been a call to stay away from H&M. There's an American guy who did a video that's been trying to say, look guys, it's going to be difficult, these guys have a sale, but just tell me, when do we start boycotting H&M?
How much traction does that seem to have? That would involve, real action on the ground.
The video was very popular, but with such calls, nothing ever really happens. As I'm saying, people seem to say a lot of things on social media, but they don't really take action on the ground. But there have been differing views. This is another one. There's a white kid, so they switched places. This is Boloka King. He says, I wonder if H&M would have a problem if a black designer made this and said, my bad, we didn't know it was wrong.
Yeah, so talking about, suggesting that young white kids in America specifically become school shooters.
Bowling for Columbine, remember that, the documentary about those two white kids that just went into a dining hall in.
Yeah. That's a provocative one. All right, so let's end there. H&M apologized, but in finality, would you say not much sympathy? Still huge anger on social media even tonight.
I actually want to end with this tweet from Atim Tongana, who's a reporter for ENCA. She says, the sad reality with this H&M story is that they wouldn't have seen anything wrong had it not been for the public outrage. This will be old news next week. The masterminds behind this will continue with the same mindset. A similar racial issue will pop up on the news feed soon. It's been an ongoing thing. Remember Penny Sparrow, I think 2016, beginning of the year, also a monkey issue.
Yeah. And you'd think companies would really wisen up if they are sensitive to that outrage. All right, let's see if we talk about a new one in future, and we'll see how this H&M issue plays out. Thank you very much. That was Dini Mekuto from SABC Digital. That's where we leave Prime Biz. Thank you for being with us. Peter and I will have your main news headlines very shortly.